Well, thank you for the privilege of serving you as mayor of the city of Prince Albert. As your mayor, it has been my goal to create an energetic, positive attitude and positive image of the city of Prince Albert. It's my driving force when I get to the office about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's my full-time, and as Bergen said, overtime motivation 7 days a week. 2010 was a year of innovation and was clearly Canada's and Saskatchewan's year. We learned that our banking system was the best in the world, that Saskatchewan's employment rates were among the highest in the country, Saskatchewan's economy outpaced most of Canada, and we told the world, Saskatchewan told the world, that we are open for business, but not for plunder. So how did Prince Albert perform? So let's take a look at 2010 by the numbers. In my view, the leading indicators of our city's health: housing starts, commercial construction, and business licenses. Well, how do you spell boom? Housing construction, a record-breaking year, up 50%, the largest single dwelling construction year in 25 years. Commercial construction, a record-breaking year, up 40%, the largest single commercial construction year in a decade. New commercial business licenses, a record-breaking, up 33%. The Canadian Federation of Independent Business named Prince Albert as the 4th best city in Canada in which to do business. These are the vital signs of our city, and our heartbeat is strong. Growth is occurring now. Business is expanding now. Growth is on our doorstep. Homes are being built now. The last 5 years have been a time for investment. With interest rates the lowest they have been in decades, coupled with federal and provincial stimulus funds, the timing was right to make some major infrastructure work. 3 major projects have been undertaken: West Hill infrastructure, water treatment plant upgrades, the Alfred Jenkins Soccer Fieldhouse. Each of these projects came with a price, and although debt is not desirable, there are times when the circumstances call for it. And I would like to address the status of the city's debt, as I think it has been largely misunderstood. The city's total external debt is $19.8 million owed to financial institutions. This includes the projects just named, but also include water utility and wastewater debt taken out in the past. We also self-finance from reserves about $10 million for projects, in a matter similar to withdrawing funds from a savings account. Of this total debt, only $7.2 million is paid from property tax. The balance is all user-paid debt and covered by utility bills and development levies. There's been discussion about the city's $12 million line of credit. There is no debt until funds are drawn. It's simply a pre-authorization should we require funds for cash flow purposes. So where does this leave us? Actually, I think in pretty good shape. In 4 years, by 2015, the city will have reduced its combined debt to less than half, or $12.9 billion. Let's also keep this debt in perspective. Prince Albert's debt is manageable debt, necessary for safe drinking water, responsible treatment of wastewater and sanitation, property development, and recreational and cultural needs of our citizens. These are the assets of growth and attraction. Investment builds cities, and no city can afford not to grow. It is about vision, responsibility, and leadership. We are not alone, as every major city in the province has taken on debt as part of a growth strategy. There's been a great deal of discussion in the community since the proposed budget was released, and I think it would be wrong for me to make some comment, or not to make some comment. The financial challenges facing us in 2011 are not much different than those of previous budgets. I've always said that it's all about money, always all about money, and always there is never enough money. Administration have presented City Council with 3 options, and one of these we have rejected. It is now time for all of us to make the hard decisions and to make sure that the decisions that we make will be sustainable. There will be a tax increase in 2011 for the reasons that I spoke of earlier. We are in the service business, and as a result, a large component of our budget is labor. All of our unions are currently in negotiations. Only time will tell how these negotiations will turn out. City Council last week delayed the budget process and challenged the administration to look for ways to bring the tax increase to a more manageable level. I am confident Mr. Cotterill and his team will do just that.